Okay, in exercise 3.2, you used parallel lines and a transversal to prove that angles were congruent. And like everything else in math, everything is inversely at times, and 3.5 is one of them. This time you've been given the angles, and from the angles you've got to determine whether the two lines are parallel or not. Okay, this is the part that links exercise 3.2 to what we're doing today, 3.5. And again, this word converse, you've got to write that. Everything else in this postulate is identical to what you've done, but this time you're using angles to prove that lines are parallel. Okay, so let's have a look at question number 1. Okay, this is a quick sketch of the question that's question number 1. And what are you trying to do? That you are trying to prove that angle 1 is congruent to angle 3. Okay, well, angle 3 is over here. All right, so think about it of what you can do. Well, you know that angle 2 and angle 3, these two guys are vertical angles. And you know that vertical angles are congruent. So now if you can link angle 1 and angle 2 together, you've actually answered this question. Well, going back to 3.2, angle 1 and angle 2 are corresponding. Okay, it looks like, don't forget, I did say to you, look for types of letters. Here we've got a reversed F. So angle 1 and angle 2 are congruent purely and simply by corresponding, but you've got to say the converse of corresponding. Oops. Okay, so the converse of corresponding. Okay, if you look at the proving lines parallel and the postulates, especially this section here, look, if you remember back to 3.2, every part of that was alternate exterior angles, consecutive interior, alternate interior, and transversals, etc. But this time you've got one extra word, and the extra word is converse every time. Okay, in other words, you're doing the inverse of using parallel lines to find angles. Now you're using angles to prove parallel lines. So your answers are going to be exactly the same type of answers that you had in 3.2, but this time you must write the word converse. If you don't write the word converse, then you are not proving that two lines are parallel. Okay, so let's have a look at question number 5. Question number 5 gives you this angle here and this angle here. Well, again, going back to examples in 3.2, these are alternate exterior angles. Well, if they're alternate exterior angles and they equal each other, then that will prove that these two guys are parallel by the converse of exterior alternating angles. So you know that exterior alternating angles equal each other, so you're going to set the expression 4x minus 23 equals 2x plus 17. Okay, you're going to solve, so you're going to subtract the 2x from both sides, so 2x minus 23 equals 17. You are then going to add 23 to both sides, so 2x equals 40, x equals 20. Okay, now according to the question, that's all you need to do. You had to find x. Well, we found x, but you know me, always plug it back in. So 4 times 20 minus 23 should equal 2 times 20 plus 17. Okay, well, 4 20s is 80, take away 23 will give you 57. 2 times 20 is 40 plus 17 will also give you 57. So again, because these two are equal to each other, your working is correct.